Before I left to go to Europe in 1978, I spent a summer in Lake George, New York, Lake George Opera actually, in Glens Falls, New York, and as a pianist. And I met there a very interesting lady by the name of Dorothy Danner. Never saw her again in my life. And we meet again here at AVA. And it's a great, great pleasure for me to work with her again, and a wonderful pleasure to introduce her to you. Dorothy Danner.
David, you even told the Lake George story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I am completely lost now. No, I really was frantic.
You can tell it from your perspective.
We did it was Last of the Mohegans. It was the world premiere and possibly the last production. But it was interesting. I mean, the research was great for all the Iroquois background. Really, let's see. I'm frantically looking for something. Oh, a little something to
I'm sorry,
add.
I didn't know.
Oh, no, it's great. You should get a talk show. I'm telling you, you're fabulous, right? Oh, there's something in the research that I found that I thought was very interesting, and it was an article about they probably, after the 1916 second version of this, they probably would have gone back and tinkered and worked some more. But unfortunately, a few days after that, Hofmannsthal's son committed suicide. He never recovered, and I think he died shortly after that. So they didn't get back to fix the things that are bothering us. No. Anyhow, we are really in the midst of it. If this would be Friday, I could be a calm person maybe. But this is Wednesday, and we've just been through a hectic rehearsal, and there are lots of things that I don't know what ideas will work, what won't work. And a big one we're trying tomorrow, I'm not even going to tell you about. So we really are in the midst of it, but I feel so lucky. I mean, this is what I listened to all day. What could be better than that? And this cast, I think it's something pretty special to AVA, actually. There is a sense of independence. They did things today. I thought, maybe I should just sit in the back seat, but they really do. And they're inventive, and it's so deeply appreciated because, I think when I was a performer, I thought, I'm supposed to do everything right and that. But when you're a director and you're at an audition, you're not looking for somebody who's going to say, okay, I can take those 2 steps here. I'll do exactly what you want me to do. That's not what you're looking for. You're really looking for help. Who knows more about this character instinctively than I do? So that's what you're looking for, and that's what they give me every day. So I'm amazed, but I think it is particular to this place and all, and the whole craziness and wonderfulness of it. So I was very worried. Well, I've never done Ariadne before. Lucky enough to do Electra and Capriccio, but never Ariadne. And my director friend said, "Oh boy, you're in for it." Even the one who's done 5 of them, So, and it's really complicated. It's very difficult. The music to me is so difficult. There's a number in here. I'm not going to tell you which one because you'll think it should be fantastic. I have spent more time on one number in this show than I think I've spent in any show in hundreds of productions. And I'm not sure, I guess it was the complexity of the music, and then we have to talk about Hofmannsthal's, the imagery of the words. And I think I really didn't get it till we were in rehearsal, but you just keep reading those words. The imagery is so rich, you could just dive into it. So the combination of the music and and listening to the words all day is fantastic. So anyhow, I was nervous about I'm still hysterical about the show. Friday, as they can tell you, Friday I'm going to be very calm and mature, so come back and I'll give you a lecture. It'll be lovely. But today we're really in the midst of it. But I was very nervous about the clowns because they have a lot of movement, a lot of that, and it's all, originally it was commedia. I love commedia, but I don't like a lot of fabric. I don't update very often, but there's something like Johnny Skiki when you see it at the Met, has, all these dresses, huge fabric. I like to, it's from a dance background. I like to see bodies work and shapes, and so I was so nervous about the clowns. And I said, well, I'll just sneak into a dance class. Thank goodness they have some dance classes here. It's great. So I sat there and I thought, yeah, well, they're looking pretty good. But I mean, what they've done, I thought, I'm going to be so lucky if they can walk to music. But, oh, sure, I can juggle. You want a cartwheel? Fine. I'll climb 10 feet in the air. Fine. So that's been thrilling. And, finally yesterday, as Zerbinetta said, I don't think I can do that. Right? I think I have to sit down for a minute. I said, because, it's climbing ladders and up and down. And so I've asked them to be incredibly physical, and they have been so game about this. I should maybe say a little bit about, I was thinking about Zerbinetta's aria, the 12 minutes, and she goes on and on about this lover and that lover, and I thought, I wonder if has it music theater ever picked up that, or what is it? And then I thought of Ado Annie in Oklahoma. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I thought, oh yeah. And then followed by Brigadoon, which is when I'm not near the girl I love the girl I'm near. And so they're not 12 minutes long, but it's a part of that theme. So David mentioned, the wonderful combination of high art and low comedy. And if you look at those commedia books, it's pretty low comedy. And I mean, every time a troupe comes to New York, I run there because there are some wonderful clowns, Bill Irwin and Michael Urie, and well, it's all hundreds of years of wonderful clowns. But anyhow, I don't know why I got off on that. But so let me talk about the set and the space that we're going to do this in. So we have the wonderful Peter Harrison and Alan to light and design the show, and it's going to take place in the same set. So where we see the prologue is the man's house, and then that becomes the stage. So you see first the chandeliers leaving, and you see the chairs and the tables and the rugs and everything, and then we do that in the same space. Now one of the really tricky things, or what's fascinating, trying to get high art and low comedy on the same stage. Now, it's only 20 feet, but we put a second level, and we made that a dressing room for Zerbinetta and the clowns. And that way, hopefully, we can reveal more about their life. I think there's a sense of adventure in discovering that. So that's great. We have these two poles, which we haven't finished yet. They're the wings, so that anything outside in the opera is supposed to be the wings. So you can possibly see the people waiting to go on. What happened to those wonderful characters who aren't really in the opera? The composer, the music master, and so it opens a lot of possibilities about bringing that into the show. Now, you have to be careful, and there's still some we don't know, but that perch over there, that's a lovely place for the music master with a score. He's the only one who really knows all the cuts, and that can be an ally for our Ariadne, who's always being attacked by clowns. So we are exploring the set a lot. This underneath comes out and becomes the cave. And some of the other images are from, let's see, oh, a friend of mine is a famous accompanist for silent films. He goes all over the world doing this. So I called Ben and said, Ben, can you send me films, beach scenes of films from silent movies? And so he sent me all these bits of films, and then I'd photograph them and send them around. So there are lots of wonderful ideas, because I'll make this short, but it's one of the ideas still developing. When I first thought of the clowns, I couldn't see I want that style of movement, but I didn't want all of that fabric. So I thought of them in, I love the old film of Three Penny Opera. And the sidekicks from the 30s, 20s, 30s, the sidekicks, they were all sort of Chaplin-esque. And I thought, well, okay, we'll go that way. Then I realized there wasn't enough color, so then we superimposed an idea that the rich man, when he decides that they should all be mixed up, he sends costumes also. Because when you arrive, you don't know you're going to be on a beach or that deserted island. So, we have new ideas. Oh my God, the end of the opera. How many ends have we done in the last 3 days? Oh, it was romantic, and then it was salvation, and then it's death. So I think we're almost there now. But anyhow, so that's, this is gold. That's gold. This is gold. So we're just, it's a lovely experience. But I am still hysterical. So anyhow, thank you so much. Come and enjoy the show. Whose is this? It's yours.
I think we've come to the end of our presentation.
Oh, I think so.
I want to thank you all for coming. We enjoyed ourselves as we winged it through this whole evening. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and we look forward to seeing you at a performance. And have a nice evening. Thank you very much for coming. And thank you. Thank you.